Okay, this is extreme weather. You surprised me about what I said about the fires because there's gonna be a lot of very interesting going on for this tonight for the lots of fire still going to be out there. Storm prediction said today a lot very interesting. First of all, there already been a extreme chances of for fires, and there's already been a moderate risk for tornadoes. It's just how expensive of that just going on for this year for the fires going on over day and also going on live because about it on the chat about how much going on for this year. First of all, there's not like very extreme chance for a very good tornado day than last December, but we need to just keep eye on like a moderate chance for tornadoes, but the more extreme chances is just going on. It is a high for the wind threat. You can see a moderate risk for EF2s, but really high risk for tornadoes, but very high chance for the wind threat. Some reason, and also there's already been a lot of tornadoes advance. Presently, it's already going on for 3 years. It's still going to stay there. I thought I wanted to make a video, but I saw there's already been like a couple of tornadoes warning. But I said, hey, I'm going to just doing a live stream about the tornadoes are going happening and also the wind threatening, how much it is will impact in your area to see it going on over time to see how much debris it is. All of those blues and lots of like blue and green, that's like debris heading there by the damage wind threat. Because you see a lot of pink and purple, you can see very interesting about those rain going on over time for those storms. But there's still a lot of reports about the fires has been the wind gust. You see been a very huge amount the wind gusting over years. It's advancing alive about it over days about the tornado advancing. Hopefully it will coming over days and over years. Just finally those storms are not gonna be very damaged at all since the other tornadoes advancing like yesterday advancing. Because the very huge tornado watch are issuing. But there's already been a little bit couple tornadoes since then, and also there's gonna be a very very high windy day. I'm going to zooming about that on the weather models show you going on over years. I just gonna be maybe like mixing a live stream and make a little showcase what it is going on over years. This is what it is going happening over years. 10 per hour or more. Going occurring over years. So this is what could be the total per hour some areas could get to. Some areas could get to around like 100 or like hurricane winds forces by those storms, but on a satellite because we can see it is still going growing for it because there are lots of those thunderstorms going head towards it. Going keep an eye on it for the live streaming much has towards for the couple of years to advancing about this streaming about it. This is going to be a very strong year for the storms. Just going head toward at your area or the around the my my cousin area, but just don't know. But I don't want to tell their name. But it is going on over years. This is just going to be enhancing those storms, primarily for those storms. There's already been lots of very interesting those reports. Been show you been like lots of very windy time. Wait to hopefully it will. Hopefully there's gonna be not much of tornado threat, but there's lots of tornado. Damage wind is going on over years. But the activity shows very strong vorticity. So there are lots of wind speeds around 80 and very strong knots. So far it's been around 80 per hour. Each zone will take place. We need to keep an eye on it for it in case there's another one over years. This is just still gonna be a violent storms to head straight at all with agreement for it to start all of it. But it was just going to start of it, but I will just keep on it for those more tornado warnings on the my right screen. But I just want to show you what it is going on right now. But round 3 around this time you see a little bit, but going to get a little bit stronger. Round 6 you can see it moving more further away, but it is going to head towards those zone to see it coming your area, but hopefully you can see it coming for it to come. But it is still gonna be a little bit quiet, but it is headed towards your area in case it will coming very soon, but it's gonna be round 1 or round 2. It's gonna take a very long time for this streaming going to end until maybe around 4 p.m. Hopefully this storm's going appearing very soon, but there's a lot of damage wind warnings are still charging, but there was a lot of tornado warning, but still a lot of reports about it. That's insane how many reports. But there's another new tornado warning appearing, but it is very strong. This area I will going to show you on a banner thread about it, what it is going on for it, about the storming under the map to see the storming area for it. The storming begins very shortly about it, but we need to keep on it for those storming in a way for the threat out of here to see it to coming your way to show you what I was meaning about those that tornado warning, but you in like your that state around over here. There's been a issue little tornado warning about this area. But to show you what state it is going to head towards. It's like around that. But in going maybe around 6 minutes advance for the tornado area, but it is very in case will happen to your areas. There's lots of other concerning about those tornadoes. Advance in the 9 minutes mark about that tornado warning threat. But you can see how much it is still occurring about those severe weather couple of years, but it's just not could be worse than that other thing, but it's still gonna be a very long day for the threat for soul hold for the streaming about the forces about the nature hood about the storming years because we need to keep on it to focus about it for the streaming because it's still hanging there for the tornadoes could be out there just headed towards their region but still not lots of damage wind threat but it is still keep an eye on it for the threats social lies for the storm trying to get to in case well doubt about stuff but you can see what it is going on but with a lot of the rain and the pink that where the hail is but the wind is not inside the warning but pretty sure but the store pedestrian center they already did maybe a storm line from the but not like a tornado but we'll see what has been threat thinking about the storming the been threat thinking there's a lot of damage wind threat down there over years but there's this is really how big the tornado watch is very big each zone to keep eye on it for it to show up about how severe it could be for the tools I only have for you need to enjoy in case will happen for the next year for it could be in the worst. We don't know how much any year will impact it by tornadoes or your area by it. But still keep on it for the tornadoes for it because could be a lot of not like severely but could be a lot of interesting stuff about it. They're very, very interesting thinking about that severe possibility the storms to explain by it. But I'm thinking what it is going to show as. But we have lots of biggest hail just appearing just earlier just now. So that's why the black area is very big hail core by the next of the tornado warning about it. It's just how much severe could be by it. It's just who knows how much it is causing for this rapid little big line of thunderstorm by those super Celsius line. No, it's called a squall line. That's what it is happening right now. It's a squall line, but there's like very large chance for hail, but actually it's just a little small chance. Think about like storm prediction center. It was predicting like 5%, but look like could be like 10% chance for hail in the area, but we are into. There's already been lots of lightning flashes over years. We need to keep on at those storms and intensifying suddenly by it. It's now finally show as the where the tornadoes could be as the where it could get into it. The could be the storm center will says as the track as each area going to take place in this line will show as like after sun. You only have like 9 minutes before this little tornado hits your place, but around Greensburg in like 12 minutes, but Greensburg hopefully during that year for the streaming for over years. Because it's gonna be very wild over years for the events by the storming. Because I was very concerning about the storm just intensifying suddenly over years. Because it's just how it could going over years, just of how quickly those storms can easily have been like 1 inch of 78 inch of hail. But look how huge the clouds are. Those could be like almost like, well, it could be, it is like around like 73 feet and one, but it's moving, but it's still really high clouds, around like 70, 57 feet tall. Those really a little bit tall clouds, but in the 3D satellite you can see it's not that big, but there's a lot of going on for it over years. But there's not lots of interesting for appearing, but we need to keep on it. Those thunderstorm is just really how much it's going against of it over time for the live streaming. This is just how much it's going gaining about the hail core could going get towards, but it's not gonna be big, but could be a possibility of those hail size about those like 178 inch. That's definitely like a hail core, but that's just a line mix of like there's a lot of, but that's just like a little tornado warning, but it's same tornado warning, but it's just cut off of it. That's why there's been two warning in the same places. We need to keep on it for the next couple hours for it to show up, as the stream can be a possibility of those storms. But it's very long check, but show you a very big chance for hail, but it is very very good size for the known as the hill core. It's very beautiful how long that hill line has very small sometimes that hill, but round above like the Kansas region is going to get a little bit closer to to couple years to but there's another large tornado. I mean, could be but there's lots chance for the tornadoes to please to be positive of these threats. Just head on it. Just going to when inside the tornado. Just get in the shelter. But there's been could be a little eyeball of it. Just could be like a tornado debris ball of the tornado threat. We need to keep eye on it to come of it over years. To depends on the threat ration. But I think that could be around that region to get close to it to appearing on the radar. But we can just using the GRX to see those tornadoes threatening over years to pose for the next couple hours for the streaming. But those storms are still could be possibility of it's going happening over time. Hopefully, well, nothing gonna be worried about, but this could be a possibility of those tornadoes advancing the next couple years to avoid about those tornado threats. But so far, there's already been like 4 tornadoes warning, but so far there's nothing like very major. But it's just show you there's gonna be very big time for this live streaming, but it's just gonna be head on it. Hopefully it's coming back very soon for the maybe round, but well could be well keep on it for it could be for those stormy timing for the severe part of it for enjoy about it. Just go be keep on it for it. This is I was going making and talking about the storming, but I now have lots of tools show you lots of fires, but I have lots of tools for severe weather. But hopefully maybe that's what could be my next goal to get lots of tools to show what is going on with the fires. But I try to doing the best I can show you what's around in the United States are happening for it. For like the severe weather part, but there's lots of damage warnings and inside those tornado warning also. There's a lots spin, but it could be lots of debris ball and as a fear by it those storming advancing by it how much it going growing for it to show you it to come the next couple years to see how much advancing I can do for this live streaming about how much is going total much those storming. This is how much it is, depending on how much you could anticipating about the storming advancing. Just hopefully head on for over years for it to appearing for the storming advancing. Just head right to see it to show you what it is beginning to could be intensifying. Like that's a good example, but it's gonna be streaming about lots of very interesting time. Just not very very concerned, but it could be there for the live stream, but it's just how much going to penny on it for this severe weather. Just we need to share out what we can do advancing of it. But look like the hail, but slowly could be drinking, but could be growing and weakening at the same time, but could be showing advancing about those thunderstorming to see appearing for it to show you advancing by it. But it was just new decade to get stronger over the day advancing for the stream. But I just did very grateful for hopefully you can just see it how much is depending on the happening or not. But it's really concerning about those tornado warnings. But it is just head on for a right spread outwards for the streaming PI on it for this tornado warning. It's just very tough to see it is how much it is going on up it for the tornadoes and stuff. To see it more things like this, just keep an eye on it for more videos. But hopefully this is just gonna be not gonna be major storm to surpass it for like that. But there's already been a lot of tornado warnings so far, like 4, but it's not a lot of very severe, but we need to keep an eye on it for it to appearing to cheaply it outwards over years. We need to cheaply outwards for tornadoes. Hopefully it's just nothing major, but we just keep an eye on it for it over years to come like a violent tornado outbreak. But this not like a violent tornado outbreak, but it's keep an eye on it for years to shape it over like last time. But it is just gonna be very, very long stream for this because it's just going on for the next couple years for advancing for the tornadoes. There's a lot of very other things in the going on with the tornadoes, but there's a lot of very likely could be possibility for the next couple weeks for the tornadoes. But we need to keep an eye on it for to keep an eye on it to come for it but there's lots of ways to see how much chance for like tornadoes. Like show you like this plane there, but this red there's lots of value, but like 3% chance for tornadoes, but there's not, but very highly to choose very recently in the answer fear when you get very close to it. We need to keep eye on it for it. For those storms. Just keep an eye out for more tornado warnings to head towards this way, to this thinking about it, how much damage could doing about it, just how much it could cause by it going over years for it to come, about how much damage could in doing about the live streaming. To be eye on it for there's a lot of very interesting the cloud shape of those massive good clouds, but still are could be a little big, but still lots of very super cell like it, but still lots of dry air behind it. You can barely see the dry area inside the brown. That's why it's a little bit coming or words about it, and also how much does that low pressure appearing. Does make a great difference to it. You can see the low pressure, you can see airflow in the dry air inside the low pressure to form it. But we need to just keep on the severe weather outlooks for it to come over years to from to the United States, fully over years to it. Hopefully it indicates well the next events like this. Hopefully not going to depend on it for the viewers to see it, to keep an eye on it for it to be a little bit closer it than that. You can see how much beautiful shape those clouds are and how tall it is, the answer fear of it. And also you can see why those are very could be a little bit stronger in the dark red color of it over years. But with those storming advancing over time, but there's lots of tornado warnings in advancing the near areas. We need to keep an eye on it over to coming for advancing of it. Cause still gonna be a little bit struggle. Hopefully we can handle of it to show you what is to PI on it for it. How much I can do it with it, you guys about it for the streaming thing about the weather and stuff, and it will make other severe weather as well. During like things like this, I need to pull much more tools to show you PI on it for those severe weather videos, because just try to get more tools to show you where is the tornadoes going on over time. But there's not lots of very interesting tools, but as much I can pay for it to show you guys for it. Because it's just how much it going over days advancing for those storms. Just, just keep an eye on it for those stormy advancing. But there's a lot very interesting clouds in the atmosphere by those fires as well. Just hopefully not gonna be over yet. But I think it's a good idea to keep an eye on it for the severe weather and the fire. Just it's really hard to tell about that, but it's just how much indicated by those red warnings, just how much better detail of it, because it's just going head towards a little bit closer of it to see it in a live detail for those storming advancing over time and over days outwards. Just pay eye on it over time and over days outwards for the streaming. But it is to keep on it over time to see it to a life for you guys about this severe, but I will doing round 6 or round 5:30 as well. But this is, I think this could be very gonna be a good long live stream. But this is, I think I've already good enough time for this stream. But I will see you the next live streaming. This is extreme weather out here. Just hopefully this is time to go be good. Just I need